I'm going to be telling you today 6 ways that teaching face yoga can bring you more freedom, abundance and wellness into your life and work. So what I'd love to start off doing is just telling you a little bit about what face yoga is. Now, I know some of you are really new to face yoga, some of you have done some of you already are face yoga teachers, but let's give you just a little overview. So the Danielle Collins face yoga method, which is the method that I created around 18, 19 years ago now, and I've been lucky enough to teach to millions of people over the years, is a natural and holistic way of looking and feeling the best version of yourself. So let's just briefly go through the 5 main aspects of it, just so you have a little bit of the background. So facial exercise, which is about strengthening and toning the muscles under your skin, and this helps to smooth and tauten the skin attached. Facial massage, which is very much about boosting the blood circulation, encouraging lymphatic drainage, helping the skin to look glowing, releasing tension, giving the face vibrancy. Facial acupressure, which is very much rooted in traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurveda, and I draw on aspects of shiatsu as well. And this is about applying pressure to certain points in the face. And as you do this, this has so many benefits for your wellness and your health. There's certain acupressure points, for example, that you'll learn in the teacher training, which help with things like sinuses, headaches, helping you sleep better, reducing stress. But also they have loads of aesthetic benefits as well. You really help to relax tension in the muscles, improve the circulation, improve the skin. Facial relaxation is the 4th aspect, and we hold so much tension in our face. And there are certain muscles in the face which really benefit from being exercised, and others which really benefit from being relaxed. And this is where the facial relaxation aspect comes in. And then the 5th aspect, which if you have ever watched any of my videos or you've read my books, or you've done any of my courses, you will know is the most important part of the Danielle Collins face yoga method, and that is the well-being. I'm such a believer that yes, the facial exercise is amazing. Yes, the facial massage is amazing. All these things help our skin, but it's really about what we do as a whole. So this is why I'm always bringing things in like breathing exercises, affirmations, visualizations, looking after the way that we sleep, reducing stress, our nutrition. All of this makes a massive, massive difference too. So whatever you do with me when it comes to face yoga, whether you do the face yoga teacher training course or you do or have done anything else, well-being will really be at the root of it. So what can face yoga actually do for our skin? Well, I like to think that face yoga is such a positive and a holistic way to do lots of things. So really, really good for helping to lift and tone your muscles. It can reduce and prevent lines and wrinkles naturally. It can help your skin to look really healthy, vibrant, glowing. It's a great way to naturally smooth your skin. It's so good for reducing tension in your face. Very good for improving your posture. Posture counts for a lot when it comes to our emotional health, mental health, physical health, and the aesthetics of our face. It helps to calm our mind. It helps to improve self-love, and that is a huge part of it. When we feel good on the inside, this radiates out through our face. So it doesn't matter what age we are, if we can work on improving our self-love, then our results in face yoga will be better and our skin will look healthier and more vibrant as well. It can also empower you. It can empower you to know that you don't need to rely on external treatments, you don't need to rely on injectables or surgery. And by the way, I'm very inclusive, and if anyone goes down the route of injectables or surgery or any invasive treatment, you're still more than welcome in the face yoga community. You can work both together. And lots of you will know I've never done any injectables or Botox or anything like that. I'm 42. But I'm always hugely inclusive of everyone doing it. And what I love about face yoga is you've got the power and the tools in your own hands to look after your face every single day. So let's talk a little bit about the philosophy. So this underpins everything I do in my teaching. And if you do the teacher training course, this will underpin all of your teaching as well. And just a little heads up, I'm going to tell you more about this at the end. But our teacher training courses, and we have quite a few options with our teacher training courses, which I will go through those. In 1 week's time, the price of all those courses is going to increase by £100. So each course is going up, and we've been meaning to increase the prices of these courses for many, many years. And I wanted to let you guys know about that price increase super early. So you've got the week to get it at the current price. So Marie will put the link up for all the courses, and you can have a little look at that either now or later on, and I'll email you the information as well. So don't worry at the moment. If you want to just grab it now while it's at the price it is, then grab it now. Go ahead, let me know in the chat if you're just going to grab it straight away. So face yoga isn't about hating our wrinkles. It's definitely not about fighting aging, and it's definitely not about criticizing our face. I really believe that every year we age is such a privilege. And lots of people don't have this privilege. So I really think we have to celebrate the aging. I really think it's also about empowering ourselves. We can learn how to use our own hands to lift our face, smooth our face, energize our face, relax our face naturally. And the wonderful thing about being a face yoga teacher as well is you're teaching other people how to have the tools in their own hands to be able to do this as well. And it becomes this amazing domino effect of one person teaching another person, and then that person being empowered. And the more that we can empower each other, particularly as women, I think is so important. And I really believe you can look and feel really healthy, really glowing, and really radiant for the age that you are. And people always ask me, I had someone last week who was only, I think, maybe 32. And she said, is it too late for me to start face yoga? I've heard this question from women in their 90s, mid-90s. Is it too late for me to start doing face yoga? And the answer is absolutely not. You can lift muscle at any age. You can improve circulation at any age. You can help your lymphatic system at any age. You can help the life force energy in your face, the prana or the chi at any age. You can reduce stress in your face at any age. You can improve your well-being at any age. And if we can look glowing and radiant for the age that we are and truly own the age that we are, then that's the best thing we can do. And the Daniel Collins Face Yoga Method is such a holistic approach. We're really working the face, but everything includes mind, body, and soul as well. Now, let me know if you've heard my story about why I started face yoga before. I'm sure many of you had. I'm going to go through it briefly, but I would love to know. 21 years ago, so I was 21, I just left university. I'd done my degree in education, which of course comes in very helpful now, particularly when I'm offering professional teacher training courses. But what I was going to do was teach in schools, but the universe had a different idea for me and forced me into a very chronic illness where I was bedridden, I was housebound, and I was incredibly ill. And I used holistic techniques to completely cure myself from this illness within about a year to year and a half. And doctors couldn't help me. And let me tell you, prior to that illness, I wouldn't have even known what yoga was. I wouldn't have known anything holistic. I was so far removed from that world, I cannot tell you. But I knew that I'd gone through that for a reason, and I wanted to help other people to either overcome an illness or just to feel healthier using really easy, really simple techniques. So I took lots of certifications. I did everything from professional relaxation therapy, yoga teacher training, face massage, nutrition, and over the years I continue to add to my trainings and certifications so I can bring this into my courses and help you with those as well when you're doing the courses. And I was teaching in the early days quite a lot of yoga, meditation, I was doing wellness coaching. And I remember thinking when I did my yoga teacher training, why are we learning everything from the neck down? What about the 57 muscles in this area? The face, the head, the neck. I also was noticing that my clients were really dedicated to their yoga, really enjoying their relaxation techniques, but they wanted something for their face as well. And when you go back 18, 19 years ago, there wasn't many options for our face out there. I mean, we were barely using the internet. We didn't have social media then. So women that wanted something really holistic didn't know where to turn. And I'd done training in face massage and I was giving people treatments, but I wanted to be able to give people the power in their own hands to be able to do it on themselves. And I wanted to teach them in class environments, one-to-one, and really start to understand what they needed and give them those tools. So this is when I created the Danielle Collins Face Yoga method, and I drew on techniques from traditional Chinese medicine, from Ayurveda, from all my different trainings that I'd done. I also honed a lot of those techniques on my clients, and I created this amazing method. And 19 years on, I've taught millions of people around the world. I'm very lucky to say that I've been a twice best-selling author on TV, in the press. I have a podcast, blog, YouTube channel, over 1 million social media followers. I have my award-winning skincare range. Of course, we offer the teacher training in face yoga and gua sha, which is what I'm going to tell you more about today. I've worked with so many international brands. I spoke on stages worldwide, and I'm so lucky to say that we have a wonderful community. We have thousands of teachers of the Danielle Collins Face Yoga method in over 70 different countries, which I just think is amazing. And although mostly we offer the training in English, we do have super trainers that offer it in some different languages as well. But many people have taken the training in English and they actually are teaching in a different language, which I always find is absolutely amazing. It just shows how amazingly smart our face yoga teachers are. So let's talk a little bit about who would suit being a face yoga teacher. And I want you to let me know in the chat here if any of these things on either side here of this photo sound like you. So just put a yes in the comments in a minute and I'm going to look through your comments. So maybe you're a yoga teacher, Pilates teacher, maybe you're a Reiki healer, maybe you're a coach of some kind, personal trainer, maybe you offer gua sha, beauty therapy, esthetician, holistic therapist, nutritionist, maybe you're a spiritual coach or teacher, a healer, and maybe you're not in any of those industries, but let me know, put a yes in the comments if you either love wellness, you have a desire to help others, you're great with people, maybe you love beauty and natural beauty, maybe you have a passion for wellness, maybe enjoy holistic pursuits, maybe that's what you enjoy doing in your spare time, and maybe you just want to include more wellness in your own life, but also in your career and job as well. So let me have a little look. Yes, yes, yes. Hello. Yes to both sides. Love that. Oh, Shelley, amazing. None of those on the left, but all of those on the right. Yes, you don't need to do face yoga. You don't need to be in the wellness or beauty industry already. But if the other side resonates with you on the right, if that's resonating with you, then absolutely, you would be amazing. Caroline, amazing. Katrina, yes. Chris, Michaela, Penny, Shireen. Oh, I love this. Amazing, amazing, guys. So lovely. Oh, amazing. This is so cool. It's so nice to see. I just want to read all your comments. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going on because I don't want to read all your amazing comments too much because I don't want you to miss out on all of this. But I'm reading them, but I just won't read them all out loud. Amazing. This is so cool, guys. What an amazing community we have. Okay. So let me tell you, if you decide to teach face yoga, this is how you can do it. So you can either add face yoga to your current business and offerings. So I know lots of you there are saying you already are in a professional industry of some kind. So great, add face yoga to it. Lots of people have done that. Yoga teachers, beauty therapists, personal trainers, coaches, and brought face yoga into it. And I do this myself. I take lots of different trainings. I've just done a training in human design. Last year I did it in sound healing. I did Reiki, and I bring this into my face yoga teaching. So you'll be the other way around, doing something already in the wellness industry and bringing face yoga in. But you don't need to have that. That's not a prerequisite at all. You can teach face yoga as a side hustle if you like. So maybe you have a job and you're thinking, I'd love to teach face yoga maybe at the weekends or evenings or once a month or just to my friends and family or to little groups. Amazing. You can do it like that. Or maybe you're like, Danielle, I want to start afresh. I'm ready to start a brand new career in face yoga. You can absolutely do that. Or you can do what I know many people have done, and they said, you know what, Danielle, I don't actually know what I want to do when I've got my certification. I just want to do it to deepen my own knowledge, and then I'll decide. And I've done that myself with training courses before I've taken it, and then the inspiration has come as I've done it. Once I've got the certification, I start sort of feeling my way through it, and that's also fine as well. So when you've done your accredited certification, you can do this all in your own time, at your own pace. So if you decide to sign up today or sometime this week before the Face Yoga Teacher Training courses and the Gua Sha courses we've got all go up in price next Tuesday, you'll get your course immediately, you'll get access to it immediately, but you do not need to start straight away. You can if you want, and you can be certified within a week or two very, very easily. Or you can take your time. There is no time limit on it. And there's also no prior experience needed. So no prerequisites other than having a passion to help and share with other people. Amazing. Okay, so this is the way I believe that life should look like as a face yoga teacher. And when I read through this list, and I was writing this about a week ago, and I was thinking to myself, do you know what? I have got these things. Now, I haven't got these things 100% of the time because life brings in challenges all the time. But I've always set up everything I do back from when I was teaching very, very early on, before social media existed, before I was known anywhere, before I had any contacts. I mean, you've got to bear in mind, when I started teaching face yoga, I'd just come out of a chronic illness. I had zero money. I had zero contacts in the industry. There was zero social media out there. I would literally make flyers and walk around the street and give it to people and say, would you like to come to my class? I mean, literally it was that. But since then, and really even at that point, these values were what I was really setting up my business on. And this is the way I think that life should look like for you as a face yoga teacher as well. I believe that you should have health, happiness, joy, love, kindness. I believe you should have complete freedom. You should have independence to make your own choices, abundance in all forms, so abundance of health and happiness and joy and love and money. You should have finance. You should be making money from this. And that's what I absolutely believe. You know, we've always priced our teacher training courses incredibly reasonably. We've never ever done discounts because we know that being a face yoga teacher will make you money and should make you money. And many of our teachers, and I'm sure many of them will tell you on here, they've paid for the course, they've done the course, and they've made their money back from the course super quickly. And everything after that is just profit for them. So I know that they will testify to that. I think that's the word. You should also have hope. I always think the excitement, the hope that comes from the next challenge is important. You should have fun. You should have experiences. I believe as a face yoga teacher, you should experience so many different things and different people. Travel, choice, being of service, and sharing what you love. Sharing what you love is so important. Okay, guys. Oh, I love your comments, by the way. I love helping people, love being in the field. Amazing, amazing. Oh, great. So Emma's saying, I'm already trained as a Danielle Collins face yoga teacher and I'd like to increase my knowledge. What more could I train in? I would definitely say do the Gua Sha teacher training course, Emma, for sure. That will bring loads of extra knowledge when it comes to anatomy and physiology, lymphatic system, everything. But you'll learn how to use a Gua Sha, learn about traditional Chinese medicine as well. And that, again, if you're going to get the Gua Sha teacher training course, get it within the next week before it goes up by £100. Now, we are going to do a few activities in a minute, so make sure you've got pen and paper because I really want you to start thinking about how you can bring different aspects into your life of freedom, wellness and abundance. And the reason I want to share this with you is because I believe we are so much in a new world. Now, the old paradigm way of having a career, running a business was long hours, hard hustle, Contrived, icky sales techniques, one of my worst things. And I know so many of our face yoga teachers said to me in the past, I don't want to do sales. And I say, don't do sales. Just share what you love. Speak to your soulmate client, your ideal client. Show who you are. Talk about your business, because if you're not talking about your business, no one else will. But do that instead with really aligned love and aligned strategy. And by doing that, you'll get sales. Those icky old school sales techniques, they don't work anymore. They might work in some industries, but definitely I don't believe that they work. Old paradigm used to look at everything and everyone as competition, but we really should believe that there's enough to go round for everyone. An old paradigm is very much rooted in fear, lack, and that burnout culture. So just hard hustle until you burn out. So the way that I teach face yoga, the way I want you guys to be when you're face yoga teachers, and any of you that are already face yoga teachers, is to live in this new paradigm. And this is about working smart, not hard. So this is, yes, doing aligned strategy, doing the right things, helping people, making a difference, making money, but not to the point of burnout. Really tapping into what your purpose is and your soul purpose. Doing aligned work, so you know things which feel throughout your whole body like, yes, this is right. That's aligned work. I really think the new paradigm is about community and creating a community of like-minded people and connecting with your soulmate clients and customers. So I'm very much about being inclusive, absolutely. But I also, when I'm talking about my courses or I'm teaching to my ideal clients, my soulmate clients and customers, which I know is you guys on here. And by doing that, I'm connecting with you and you're connecting with me on a soul level. The new paradigm is about unlimited abundance. So there's no limit. Old paradigm used to tell us there's a limit to how much money we can have, how much fun we can have, how much joy we can have, how much love we can have, how much we can help people. But I believe abundance is unlimited. I think the new paradigm is about kindness, really being kind to other people, teaching with kindness, sharing with kindness, even doing our marketing with kindness, but also being kind to ourselves. I think the new paradigm way of doing business is also about self-care of ourselves and other people, being of service, really helping and making a difference. And new paradigm living is about freedom. It absolutely should be about freedom. And Rita, you say, I have some knowledge, but like to start my own business. What course should I start with? I would say start with the Face Yoga Teacher Training course, depending on how you would like to learn. Lots of options, but the distance learning Face Yoga with a super trainer. So Marie will put the link up for you there, Rita. That's our cheapest option. And like I say, grab that this week before it goes up in price. And you can do that one as quickly or as slowly as you like. And it's also amazing for helping you to really sort of understand face yoga and really understand how to apply that as a business as well. So I've got 3 values which I always sort of run every decision I make through. Now, the very top of what I do is about helping people. I've got such a deep-rooted desire in me to make a difference. But what I also do whenever I'm trying to make a decision on anything within work or within business is I always ask myself, will it give me freedom, wellness and abundance in all aspects? And what I'm going to teach you today, and this is where we start to get into the real tips now, how I do each of those things, and I'm going to start to guide you about how you can do those as well. So I am just looking here. If you're popping anything in the Q&A, it may be better to pop it in the chat box instead, just because I've got the chat here whilst I'm teaching so I can see. Amazing. Michaela, no problem at all. So you're saying you wouldn't be able to start the training for a number of months. How would this work for me? If I signed up this week with regards to receiving support from a super trainer, would they still be available when I'm ready to embark on the training? Absolutely, Michaela. So you can sign up right away. You'll be assigned a super trainer. So you can either pick one from our list of super trainers or we can choose one for you, and they will wait. They will wait as long as you like. So you can ask them questions during your training, and then what you do at the end of the training is you send them your written assignment. They will mark that for you, and then you do a one-to-one Zoom call with them where you do your practical assignment and ask questions. Now, you've also got the option of me being your super trainer as well. Marie will put up the link with that. So again, if you book to do the distance learning one with me, teach training face yoga with me, then again, no problem at all. I will wait. You know, if you want to wait 6 months or a year until you send your written exam or you start your training, that's also no problem. We don't have time limits. We really know. I mean, I know as a busy mom, as a busy business owner, that sometimes life gets in the way. So do not worry at all. Oh, Chris says it's awesome. Chris is one of our teachers. Susan says, is it possible to join a training together with my business partner? Absolutely, you can. So you can study together, no problem at all. So what you'll probably want to do is either do the one-to-one option where you actually are learning face to face with one of our trainers, or if you're doing it online, it's probably best you both book it and then you can both get a certification. Or if just one of you wants to get a certification, just book one course. You can both do the study together, but only one of you will get the certification, if that makes sense. Amazing. Oh, I'll let you know what the written exam is about. So basically, do not worry. Everyone panics when we say the word exam. You just do it in your own time. So whenever you've done all your study of your course, we ask you to answer a set of questions. You can use your manual, you can refer back. It's not like a memory test or anything like that. And you just email that to your super trainer or to me if I'm your super trainer, and then we just mark that for you. So you can take as long as you want for that. Quickest you could do that in is about 45 minutes, to be honest. And like I say, you can refer back to your training materials. It's definitely not a memory test. There is a price bundle available for the face yoga and the gua sha together if you purchase both. Yes, it doesn't give you a discount, but there is an option to do it together. And our gua sha super trainer is Katie Blake, who's amazing. And you can also choose to do the face yoga teacher training with her as well and do it as a bundle. So Marie will put up the link to the bundle to do face yoga and gua sha together. And again, if you're going to do the bundle, get it this week, because the face yoga is going up by £100 next week. The gua sha is going up by £100. So you'll save yourself £200 if you do it this week. How much money can you make as a face yoga teacher? This is entirely up to you. It depends, like any business, how much you put into it. In terms of how much you earn per hour, I mean, I know teachers who charge from as little as £20 an hour. I know teachers who charge as much as £500 an hour, sometimes into the thousands. So it's really up to you. It's like any business. It depends how many clients you have. It depends how many classes you teach, workshops, however you do it. Okay, so let's get into some of the practical stuff, and I've got so much more I want to tell you about the teacher training, and I'll come back to some of your questions in a minute. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories about how I have created freedom in my business, and I'm going to help you to do that too. Okay, so I'll promise I'll come back to your questions in a minute, so keep popping them up on screen and I will come back to them. So I believe that teaching should absolutely give you freedom. I think you should be able to work when you like. And teaching face yoga has always given me freedom of hours. I've been doing this for over 18 years now. And before I had my children, who are 11 and 7, my lovely little girls, Lucia and Lilia, I chose to work mostly evenings. So I would teach one-to-one face yoga, I would do group classes, I'd do wellness coaching, and I'd love working evenings, and I do Saturday and Sunday mornings, and I just loved having my days free because I'd love going to yoga classes, going for walks, seeing friends. And then since I've had my children, I've got the freedom to choose, because that's a wonderful thing about face yoga. You pick when you teach it. I now work in the daytimes while they're at school and during the term time. So I can have the holidays off when they're off. I can spend my weekends with them. And I also make sure every day I take time for daily self-care and I take blocks of time off for myself. And it's really about just finding that balance when you have a business or whether you're self-employed. And I think that you need to set yourself certain boundaries, because it's easy to do too much and let it go into everything. It's also easy to go the other way around, where you're taking too much time for yourself and you're not doing enough aligned action to build your business. So it's really just about listening to your gut instinct, listening to your intuition. That is your absolute superpower. You can also, as a face yoga teacher, work where you like. And we have thousands of teachers around the globe. And I love hearing the different places where they work, not only the countries that they work in, but the locations. Let me tell you about a few that I have worked in over the years. And I'm giving examples of me, but I know that our face yoga teachers will be able to put in the chat anyone that's here, and let you know some of the places they have taught at as well, because I know this will be really inspirational for you. I mean, I've taught all over the UK in various places, but also many places worldwide too. I have taught on beautiful beaches and tropical islands. I have taught for major brands. Last week, for example, I was in the most gorgeous hotel Mayfair in London. I was teaching for a massive skincare brand, and I was teaching face yoga for a launch event they were doing there. I've taught face yoga on TV. Anyone that's in the UK will know TV shows like This Morning or Lorraine. So many different TV shows over the years. I had a clinic for many years in Harley Street in London where I teach one-to-one face yoga. I teach at home from my desk like today. I work on my sofa. Sometimes, like when I had my foot surgery in March, I was working in my bed. I work in the garden when it's sunny by a swimming pool. I wrote my first book in a public library. I've taught face yoga in people's houses and travelled around and taught one-to-one for people wanting yoga in their own home. I've taught so many different yoga retreats teaching face yoga. I've taught in so many different yoga studios, Pilates studios, gyms, in beauty salons, so many places. I mean, the list, we would probably be here for about an hour if I told you all the locations I taught in, but then also the locations that our teachers have taught in as well. Alex is saying you teach online. Alex is one of our face yoga teachers, twice weekly to a group of 35 plus women who pay me monthly. I've also taught in spas, salons and yoga studios. Thank you so much for sharing that, Alex. That's absolutely amazing. This is great. Thank you. And any of our other teachers here, let us know some of the locations that you have taught in. I know a lot of you teach online, but a lot of you teach in person as well. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go back to all your questions in a minute, I promise. The other thing you can do is work with who you like. So I focus on my soulmate clients. I used to try, and this is going back many years ago, to be everything to everyone. So when I was talking about face yoga, I'd try and really make it for so-and-so who was this type of person and so-and-so that was that type of person. And now I say my face yoga is open to everyone, but I truly own the way I want to teach. And I teach in a very holistic way. I try and teach in a very relaxing way. I try and teach in a way that's really boosting the wellness, it's really empowering. And I teach to my soulmate client. I get super clear on who my soulmate client is. And it's nice to almost imagine like an avatar of your soulmate clients as well. You know, how old is he, she, or they? What do they like doing? How much are they going to pay you? That type of thing helps you get super clear on how to tailor classes and sessions and how to market as well. So grab your pen and paper. We're going to do a little activity and then I'm going to go back through some of your questions. So please take a moment to do this. It's going to really help you in your face yoga teaching. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down one sentence, use your intuition, use your gut instinct. You don't have to share this if you don't want to. And I would like you to write down when you would like to work. So you might want to put specific days down, specific hours, maybe certain hours per week or month. When would you ideally like to work? Write it down. If you want to put it in the chat, if you want to have that bit of accountability and share the community, you can, or just keep it to yourself. So just one sentence. When would you ideally like to work? Okay. Then I want you to write down one sentence. You can share it in the chat or keep it to yourself. Where you would ideally like to work. So if you could wave a magic wand now and you could be teaching some face yoga, where would you like to work? What location? What type of place? Maybe where in the country? Where in the world? Write down just one sentence on there. It might be various places, but I want you to just get super clear. Use this magic wand technique. Let's manifest what we want here and now. And then I want you to write down one sentence and really try and do this, however tricky it feels. Just go with your gut. You're not tied to this by any means. Who would you like to work with? So if you're teaching face yoga currently, if you're one of our current teachers, or you're thinking of doing the teacher training course, who would you like to be teaching? Who would you like to work with? Describe he or she or they, write them down. What type of person would you like to be teaching? Okay, let me know in the chat if you found that helpful. This is where you start off. I'm always a believer in this reverse engineering. So you get clear on what your absolute ideal is, and then you start to say, okay, so what do I need to do that? Step 1, take my teacher training course. Step 2, get certified. Step 3, reach out to that certain place that I want to work with. Step 4, do my marketing for that particular type of person. You can start to reverse engineer it when you start with this big picture. I'm just going to read a couple of these comments because I think they're going to be super helpful for some of you. So Chris Davis is one of our face yoga teachers. Hi, Chris. She says her face yoga teaching, she currently does regular slots in clubs, one-to-one online. And she says it saved her during the pandemic, and she does classes. Emma holds small monthly face yoga workshops and really enjoys it, which is amazing. Susan is saying, if you work with a super trainer, is it possible to meet at 5 or 6 p.m. BST? Of course, absolutely. We've got massive flexibility, so do not worry about that at all. Alex is saying how much she charges for her face yoga, and it's lovely that we've got some of our face yoga teachers on here because I feel like it's giving you real life examples. She says they pay $27 a month and they do a twice weekly mini class, and then they get ongoing access to the recordings, which is fantastic. They're 20-minute classes, and when she runs longer workshops, the price is higher. Karen, one of our lovely face yoga teachers, says she hosts gorgeous classes for new nurses at the end of their degree treat. I love that. Absolutely amazing. Michaela is saying, I'm a sugaring practitioner. She'd like to work face yoga around this, maybe half the week in face yoga and half in sugaring. Love that. Love variety. Diana, a lady after my own heart here. You would like to work with a sea view. I get that completely. Amazing. Janaki's saying in the mornings at spa and salon and outdoors is where she'd like to teach. Diana's saying early morning teaching with positive, nice, kind people. I feel you, Diana, for sure. Elif is saying from home. Absolutely amazing. Hello, Anastasia. Hi. Alex loves working with midlife women. She's one of our face yoga teachers. They're eager to learn and find safer, more holistic ways of supporting their health and wellness as they age. Amazing. Janaki's saying a grateful person, midlife women. Yes, Michaela says she'd like to work with midlife women. Amazing. Rebecca's saying she'd like to work 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. from home in a spa-like environment with women and men from midlife to my age to my age 60s and beyond. Amazing. This is so good. So good, everyone. I love this. Oh, Chris has also said she's added in her skin therapies and offers recorded after add-on or recorded aftercare. So she does treatments and then she adds on face yoga to it. Sally'd like to work with menopausal women, possibly online. Yes, 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 yes. Love this, guys. Okay, let's get clear on how we can get more wellness into our life through our face yoga teaching. And if you've got any more specific questions about how the course works, just ask and Marie can keep putting the links up for you and typing out information about sort of logistics of how it works. So don't feel worried to ask anything. No question is silly. We're here. Ask us. Okay, let's talk about wellness. So I really believe that work-life balance, feeling healthy and loving what you do each day should be such a high priority in your life and your business. So my big priority, and I'd probably say this has been the biggest priority from me, because don't forget, I started my business coming out of just recovering from a really chronic illness that completely stopped my life for over a year. So my highest priority has really been, how can I look after my wellness daily, but still make a difference to the world, but still earn money? And how can I help other people with their wellness too? And I really think that we need to take time for our own self-care, particularly if you're going to be doing this course, you're going to be teaching other people. You need to practice what you preach. So if you're looking after yourself, if your cup is being filled up, you can give to other people. And the other thing which I think is so important for wellness, and I'd love to hear from in the chat actually whether this resonates with you, and this is something which is very, very common with women that I work with, particularly when I am doing face yoga teacher training. They find it difficult to say no to things. So often as an empath and someone that you want to help other people, you want to say yes to everything, yes to everyone, and ends up just feeling depleted. If that's you, let me know in the chat. But one of the big keys to wellness, and this is what I want you to take away if you take away nothing else from today's masterclass, is start saying no to things that are unaligned. Now, you know if something is unaligned, your intuition knows, your body usually contracts, you feel a sense of dread, you may be getting physical symptoms, you don't feel right in your mind. That's when you need to say no, because when you say no, it opens up space for the good things to come through. If you're saying yes to loads of things that don't feel right for you, maybe you're doing a job that isn't right for you, and you're just saying yes, 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 yes to more and more of that, where will you have the time and space to see the opportunities of things you want to say yes to? And on the flip side of that, we're often quite fearful to say yes to things which feel aligned. So if you're watching this masterclass today, I'm guessing that face yoga in some way is feeling aligned for you. But we often let the fear take over, the fear of maybe not being enough, maybe the fear of not having the time, maybe the fear of the money side of things, maybe the fear of what people will think of us, maybe the fear of what we'll think about ourselves. This can stop us from really living the life we want to live. So just have a little think about that, what you're saying no to and what you're saying yes to that you should be saying no to, and what things you're not doing which you should be doing, because it will help you really live the life you want to live. And something which is a tip I love giving to people, and I try and do this myself every day, is every day, how can you do at least one thing, however very tiny, or it can be massive, that makes you feel like you're on holiday, makes you feel like you're having a vacation. It could be something tiny, a sparkling water with some ice cubes in it. It could be a walk in nature. It could be spending a little bit longer in bed in the morning. Whatever you do when you're on vacation or holiday, how can you bring that a bit into your life? Because we need to really enjoy the moment. And that's what I want you to have as a face yoga teacher, enjoying the today, not starting to think, okay, in 3 weeks' time so I can rest, or at Christmas I'll take some time off. It's like, no, how can we feel self-care today? Please do share in the chat there. And I want you to grab your pen and paper, because we're going to do some activities. And please try and join in with these if you can, because again, they're really going to make a difference for you. So I want you to have a think. Tomorrow, whatever your day looks like tomorrow, what one thing can you do tomorrow that makes you feel like you're on vacation or on holiday? Have a little think of something you could do tomorrow which would just bring instant joy and wellness into your life. And then, and this is a biggie, I want you to have a think, what one thing this week can you say no to? Something that doesn't feel aligned, something that you're dreading, something that doesn't bring you happiness, something that is blocking you from having space of doing the things you actually want to do. Write it down. If you want to share it in the chat, you can. You can keep it to yourself if you prefer, whichever feels good. What one thing, and I want you to pick something, and I know this doesn't always feel easy, but I promise you it'll make a big, big difference to your life. And then I want you to have a think about one thing this week you can say yes to. Something which maybe feels scary, maybe something you've been making excuses to yourself about, maybe it's something someone else has told you you can't do, but you know in your heart of hearts, even though your head's telling you different, in your heart and your soul, your intuition, your gut, that it's right for you. What one thing can you say yes to in the next week? Okay, so I have a few more minutes if you need for that. I'm just going to read a couple of things in the chat, because again, I think there's some super helpful stories here, which is going to really, really help you. So Teresa is one of our face yoga teachers. She teaches between Qatar and Portugal, some days in the month, and her goal is to help women that believe in a different way to prevent aging, which I absolutely love. Amazing. And Michaela's been practicing face yoga for about 6 months in the hope to see changes in her own face. You say that I'd be a good example to potential clients to show them before and after in my face. However, I'm not seeing changes in my eyes, droopy eyelids, dark under eye circles. So I could be a good advocate for face yoga at the time. I'm 57, my skin is great. People often say that I look young, but I don't see it around my eyes. Now, Michaela, this is what I'm going to say to you. Please do not feel you have to wait for every part of your face to be the way you perceive it has to be before you help other people. I promise you, nobody will care if there's a little bit of drooping under your eyes or dark circles or anything like that. People come to you as a face yoga teacher because they want to learn how to empower themselves. They want to feel good about themselves. They're not coming to you to be perfect. Think about a yoga class. If you go to a yoga class and there's a yoga teacher and they don't have a bodybuilder body where every muscle is so super toned and they are tiny, really slim, but they're an amazing teacher that is teaching you and helping you, got such good energy. Do you mind that their body is not what society would perceive as 10 out of 10 or perfect? Absolutely not. You couldn't care less. What you want is someone that's going to help you with yoga, give you an amazing experience, teach you techniques that are going to empower you. And it's the same with face yoga. So if there's anyone out there thinking, I have to get my face a certain way before I become a face yoga teacher, please don't worry. We're setting the example for our clients. I absolutely do not want anyone who's coming to a face yoga class thinking, I'm only going to come to this face yoga class when my face is looking a certain way. No, we are all imperfectly perfect. So please, please, please know you are enough as you are. Okay, so Handa's saying walking, it's a vacation, daily vacation, cafe, drinking coffee. Michaela walks the dog. Iona dance each day, cooking, swimming, using the spa. I love how you're integrating these things tomorrow into your day. Going to yoga class, face yoga classes, outdoor swimming, yoga, sauna. Not worrying about waking up at a defined exact time. That makes you feel like you're on holiday. I agree completely. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love what things you're going to say no to. You're going to say no to staying stuck, saying no to social media after 8 o'clock. Amazing. This is so good. Sally's about to start a semi-retirement as your current job is not serving you anymore. Yes, this is amazing. Rebecca's going to say yes to traveling. This is so good. Amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Sarita, do not worry. There's plenty of us out there that are also procrastinators. Please know that you're enough as you are now. That's the biggest message I want to say to people. It's not just about looks I'm talking about here. It's about everything. Please don't wait to do something until a certain day comes. If it feels aligned, say yes, whatever it is that you're thinking about. Okay, let's talk about abundance. Love talking about abundance. Okay. So, and I think this is so important and so powerful, particularly as a community of men and women, but mostly women who want to help people. We often think that abundance is very, very limited, but it isn't. And this is what I'm going to teach you today. And again, if you take nothing else, I know I've already said this, but if you take nothing else away from today, please know that anything is possible and unlimited abundance is possible. So helping others should definitely be the driving force behind our teaching. So if you're going to become a face yoga teacher, that's why you do it, to help people. But remember, there's something that can exist with that: unlimited money and abundance. We often think that they have to be separate. We often think we either help people or we make lots of money, but it can be both. It can be both. And I want you to know that it can be both. People will always pay you for the value you add to them. If you're giving them an amazing face yoga class or one-to-one session or a workshop, they want to compensate you for the difference you're making in their life. Think about if you've been to a wellness workshop, a yoga workshop, excuse me, or anything like that. You wouldn't want to go for it for free. You actually want to pay because you want to compensate the teacher for the value they're adding to your life, whether you're going there for self-care, whether you're going there for education, whether you're going there for community, whether you're going there for fun. Remember, as a teacher, so when you do this teacher training course, and for anyone that's just joined, just to give you a little update with this, in 1 week's time, our teacher training courses, all of them, including our facial gua sha teacher training, are all going up in price. So they're going up by £100, all of them. So this week is the time to grab it. You may want to even grab it straight away now. You don't have to start the course straight away, but you'll get instant access to your course today. As soon as you book it, you've got access. You can start the videos, you can start the study, you can do it in your own time. You can meet with your super trainer whenever you feel ready. So abundance comes in so many forms. It can come in the form of money. It can come of joy, of love, of peace, of health, of happiness. Remember, it's unlimited. We put so many limits on ourselves due to society, conditioning, all of this, but it's unlimited. And if you really, really think about that, then it starts to become your reality. That's the easiest way to say it. Just keep saying to yourself, abundance is unlimited. Make it an affirmation. And the other way to really bring more abundance into your life is stop worrying about other people. So don't worry about competition. Don't worry who else is out there doing things. Don't start thinking, well, so-and-so's doing this. So-and-so's becoming a space yoga teacher and she's 10 years younger than me. Or so-and-so's doing it and she's got lots of money behind her, or whatever it might be. Forget that. Remember, you have unlimited abundance, and remember there is enough to go round for everyone. Remember also that not one other person has what you have. You're unique, and remember that is what you're going to bring as a face yoga teacher. So yes, you may have done the exact same training as somebody else, but you have your own unique energy. There's no one else that has that, and your soulmate clients, your ideal clients, will come to you for your energy. And I want you to really think about how you can start to do things which feel soulfully aligned for you. That massively helps with abundance. Take aligned action. So if something excites you, if something lights you up, that is the universe telling you need to follow that path. And remember, and I'm going to say this again, I said it earlier, but people want to pay you for face yoga sessions. So if you're doing a teacher training course, if you're spending £500 on a teacher training course, you should be able to make that money back pretty quick. I mean, within a few weeks in my mind, if not quicker, because people want to pay you for face yoga sessions. Yes, you can get hundreds and thousands of videos on YouTube, just like you can get hundreds of thousands of workout videos or yoga videos or whatever. But people still go to the gym and they still go to yoga classes, and people will still want to come to your face yoga classes despite there being all of this stuff out there on the internet, because they want to come to face yoga for accountability. They want to come for community. They want to come for the expertise of you as a face yoga teacher, whether you're teaching them online, like I'm teaching you today, whether you're teaching them in person. People want to come from a real teacher in real time, giving them human interaction. People pay for face yoga sessions because they want individualized attention, whether it be one-to-one or in a group class. People come for motivation. You as a face yoga teacher will be motivation. That's why they'll be coming to you every week or a couple of times a week. I mean, Alex, one of our face yoga teachers, just talked about her twice weekly online classes that she has, a wonderful community that come twice a week. And they're coming for accountability, community, her expertise, human interaction, individualized attention and motivation. And know that you can have unlimited abundance, and what you offer is for the highest good of all. So you can make lots of money yourself, but you can also help people. And if you do everything in the energy of I'm doing this for the highest good of all, then you're always going to win. So let's do some activities. Okay, grab your pen and paper again. Excuse me. I want you to go back to that magic wand. So if I gave you a magic wand now and you could wave it, and you don't even need to share this with anyone if you don't want to, but if you want to really manifest it, pop it in the chat. What money would you like to be earning, and this can be from your face yoga teach training or any other offerings you have, per year? Write down your honest, intuitive answer. So what money in an ideal world would you like to be earning per year? I'll give you a minute to do that. Next one, I want you to have a think about what makes you unique that you can share within the world. So think about quality that you have. Don't worry if other people have got it as well. Think about your greatest quality, or maybe your 3 greatest qualities. Why is that going to make you such a fantastic face yoga teacher? Write that down. Now I want you to have a think now about what area in your life, now pick anything, it can be money, it can be health, it can be happiness, it can be joy. What area in your life would you now like to have more abundance in? Write that down. What area in your life would you like to have more abundance in? And you're saying joy. Love that. Joy is amazing. Money and love. Janaki's saying all. Love that. Amazing. Health and happiness, Teresa's saying. Gorgeous. Freedom, Diana. Yes. Amazing. Okay, so I can see you put loads of questions up. I'm going to try and answer loads of those questions in a minute. I'll give you a moment just to do this, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more, which I think will answer quite a few of your questions about the teacher training. Amazing. Yes, so quite a few people are asking about marketing in the teacher training course. So I do give quite a lot of marketing tips within the teacher training course. I do have an additional course, which is the business course bundle, which is £295, and that is the biggest deep dive you will ever know into all aspects of marketing, social media, all of this stuff I'm talking about today, but deeper. So Marie can put the link up for you for that. But don't worry, you do have some in the teacher training course, and if you're doing the Gua Sha course as well. Plus on my YouTube channel, every Thursday, I put up a sole purpose business business video. So with business teaching tips as well. So you have so many resources. So do not worry, there is plenty when it comes to marketing. So let me get a bit more into what you actually learn in your face yoga teacher training course. So, excuse me, first of all, you will of course learn facial exercises, but not just in the way that you would learn them watching a YouTube video. You learn them in a way that you can then teach it to other people. So tips on how to teach each one. So you learn the anatomy and physiology and science of the face, how to lift and tone the muscles. You understand which techniques to use for each area of your face, and you really start to gain confidence in teaching these methods to others. You learn about the major muscles in the face and neck. You'll learn how to strengthen these muscles through facial exercises, and you'll be given tips on how to combine different exercises and really create unique routines for your clients. You'll also discover how to relax and smooth the face through facial massage and acupressure. So targeted techniques to address different issues your clients might have, and combine them with exercises to really create really good routines, whether you're teaching weekly, monthly, whether you're doing one-to-one, in group, online, whatever way you decide you want to teach face yoga. You will learn that within the course. You'll also gain knowledge and confidence working with things like the lymphatic system, releasing tension from the muscles, addressing issues like puffiness in the face, dark circles, etc. You'll also learn how to use acupressure and learn about unblocking stagnant energy and working with prana or chi or life force. You'll also gain teaching skills, and this is an important aspect of your face yoga teacher training course. You're going to learn about marketing, but also teaching. You'll become confident and an empathetic face yoga teacher. You'll learn how to design a workshop, a one-to-one session, or do online demonstrations to meet your specific client's needs. And you really can teach face yoga in so many different ways. So whether you want to teach in person, online, in groups, individuals, whether you want to teach short 20-minute routines like some of our teachers here have talked about, or some of our teachers have talked about how they're doing monthly longer workshops, so like 3 hours or 4 hours. In the training course, you'll learn everything you need to know about how to structure your session, run consultations, do a one-to-one consultation, and really support your clients. And of course, it's giving you those tips on how to set up your business and pricing and formatting of your teaching as well. So this is how you're going to feel after you've done the teacher training course. And for anyone that's just joined, just to say that the course goes up in price in 1 week's time. So 6 o'clock next Tuesday, all the courses are going up by £100. So if you've ever thought you want to do teacher training, this is the time to grab it, and you'll get access to it immediately. You can start it when you want, you can finish it when you want, you can choose which super trainer you can work with. You can work with me as your super trainer if you like as well. It means you do your Zoom call one-to-one one with me when you do your practical assignment, and you get to ask questions as well. So lots of options. So after the training, this is how you'll feel: empowered with the knowledge you have this full library of face yoga techniques and complete understanding of theory, science, and benefits of face yoga in order to successfully teach. You should feel really grounded and confident in designing a class, running a consultation, and how you can demonstrate face yoga techniques to other people. And you'll also get much more clarity on your next steps of how to achieve your face yoga teaching goals. So let me tell you a little bit about what's included. I know Marie's been putting up some things, but hopefully this will answer some of your questions. But keep asking any questions in the chat and I can answer those if I don't already in this part. So you get training materials you can follow at your own pace. So you get your sign up, you go into the online system, you have all the videos there, you have all the techniques, you have all of the information, the diagrams, everything. So you can really do it in your own time. And definitely, as a mum, as a business owner, I know how busy life can get. So I've really designed this face yoga teacher training course, which, by the way, we have been running for nearly 12 years now. So I'll tell you why we definitely need to increase our prices and why it's such good value, why we're increasing our prices in a week's time, why it's such good value now. 12 years ago, I used to teach people in my dining room and I charged £495. Now, 12 years on, our distance learning course is £495. So in 12 years, even inflation itself has gone up. So you can see now how good value the course is and why you want to grab it now before the price permanently goes up. So it's really about being flexible here. So when you join the course, you'll be sent your login and you'll have your training manual, and every technique has got a video, but not just a video which is like, this is how you do the technique. It says, this is how you would teach this to your client. This is the extra tips that you would give to your client. And that's the important part about it. And don't forget, at the end of this, you get a certification, and this is an international, fully accredited certification. So accredited by two accredited training bodies, which makes this a certification that you can teach face yoga anywhere in the world. So you'll learn over 60 face yoga techniques and how to teach them to others. Lots of videos there, and you can keep these materials and this access for life. So the online learning, you can learn for life. If you learn better one-to-one, you get all your training sent to you the moment you sign up. So if you sign up tonight, you'll get your training manual straight away, your login, your videos, everything. But you can choose the option to go with one of our super trainers and spend a whole day online or in person if they're close by to you with them to take you through all of that. So we do have that option. Marie can put up the option of the one-to-one training. So if you know you learn better face-to-face, then go for that option. So really there are no deadlines with it, but we recommend a minimum of 11 hours study. So that's minimum. So if you think, I want to be certified in face yoga by next week and I'm going to start today, you could absolutely do that. You could do all your study, you could send your written exam through to your super trainer, they can mark it for you. You can book your 30-minute Zoom call with them, do your practical assignment, which is a little 10-minute face yoga class, which you demonstrate everything you've learned, get to ask some questions, get sent your certificate, get listed on our website as accredited teacher, bam, you can start teaching face yoga next week. If you want to take your time with it, there's lots of additional training resources. I give extra videos for you. I give you podcast episodes, blogs, like loads of extra stuff. If you're more of a, let's take my time, let's deep dive, I want to take a few months on this. Doesn't matter. This is either whatever you are, a quick worker or whether you like to take your time. Both are good, just depending on your personality type here. You'll also get guidance from a super trainer. So you can pick me as your super trainer. The most affordable option is to pick one of our other super trainers. Now, our super trainers are amazing. They've done the teacher training course. They've taken additional training to become a super trainer. They are absolutely fantastic, the kindest, most supportive people. They will answer any questions throughout your training. They will mark your exam. They will have excuse me, your practical exam with you on Zoom, and then they're there afterwards as well. So never feel you're left alone. So once you've certified, if a question comes up in 3 months' time or 6 months' time or a year's time, you can still ask your super trainer or me or Louise on my team. So any questions, by the way, if you've got any questions at the moment on teacher training, you can email info@faceyogaexpert.com and Marie will put that email address up and that goes through to Louise and Louise can answer any specific questions you've got now or when you're training or when you're qualified as well. So if you do prefer more dedicated support, you have that one-to-one training option, which Maria's put up. We've also got an amazing online community, a Facebook community of past and present teachers. And what you can do there is you can ask questions to people. You can ask our current teachers how much you charge. You can tell them about some of the experiences you've got. You can share your wins with them. So you've got that community, which is so important. You also get this internationally accredited certification. And this is why the course is such amazing value, particularly if you're going for the 495 option, excuse me, £495. That's our distance learning with a super trainer. Marie will put the link up for that. Such good value because you're getting a certification which you've got for life to be able to make money for the rest of your life in it. And it's accredited by the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine and the International Institute for Complementary Therapists. So accreditation doesn't come easily. Let me tell you that. The course has to be a very high standard. We have to adhere to very strict procedures and we take our accreditation very, very seriously. And as a result, you are then knowing you have got a training course which is internationally recognised and a proper certification. Don't panic about the word exam. The written exam, you take your own time, you can use your manual and the videos to reference and you can take 45 minutes, an hour, whatever feels good for you to do it. And then you email it through to your super trainer. And then the Zoom call that you have either with me or one of the super trainers is really just a chance for you to practice what you've learned. Put together a little mini 10-minute class and demonstrate that at the end as well. And then you have plenty of time to ask your super trainer or me questions as well. And once you've done all that, you get your certification, you get listed on our website as one of our accredited certified teachers. So Face Yoga Teacher Training is absolutely perfect for you if you want to know how to naturally lift, tone and smooth not only your face, but other people. If you're passionate about helping people, really helping people to look their best self, this is definitely for you. This is also for you if you really feel passionate about holistic approaches and you really also feel passionate about feeling good on the inside. It's not just about looking good on the outside, it's about feeling good on the inside too. Being a face yoga teacher is definitely for you if you value the importance of self-care, if you really value the importance in investing in yourself, gaining knowledge and adding skills to your toolbox. It's definitely for you if you love supporting other people and you think you'd really like to help other people on their journey, wherever they are in life, whatever age they are, you really want to connect with them and help them and really share these holistic techniques. It's obviously great for you if you already have an existing business. It's just going to be a natural add-on and you can just integrate it into what you do. It's also going to be great for you if you want to do that side hustle, but it's also really good for you if you just want a brand new career. You think this is time to start afresh, or you may just want to deep dive into face yoga, get the certification, and then decide what you want to do with it. So I know you've got loads and loads and loads and loads of questions, and I love that, guys. I'm going to go through all of them in a moment, I promise. So let me tell you a little bit about the prices. I know Marie's put quite a lot up. We'll email this to you as well, so do not worry. And you'll get a recording of this and you'll also get all these notes and everything. And hopefully all the activities you've done as well, you can start to put into place this week. So we don't ever do discounts. We've never done a discount on our teacher training courses because we so deeply believe in the value of them. And like I said to you, because I was teaching 12 years ago in my dining room when I first started with a big pregnant belly when I was pregnant with Lucia, and I was charging £495 then, the fact that you can now get the certification 12 years on still for £495 is amazing value. You know how much prices have gone up, everything in 12 years. So this is why we're putting the prices up next week, guys. But I want to let you guys know exclusively that is going to happen, because if you're going to grab it, if you're ever going to do it, this is the week to do it. So the distance learning with a super trainer, our best value is $495. So you can sign up right away, get the course right away, take your own time with it, and your super trainer will be assigned to you, or you can pick one from our lovely list with lovely information about them. That one's $495. You can do one-to-one training. So with one-to-one training, you get sent your so you have your whole online system with beautiful videos, beautiful pictures. You have the step-by-step how to do everything, all the lovely diagrams of the face, and all your tips of business and teaching and wellness and how to teach acupressure. You have this lovely online system with all of this to study in your own time. But if you pick one-to-one, you're also going to get 7 hours face-to-face, either on Zoom or FaceTime or Skype or in person, with a super trainer. So if you choose that option, then you are one-to-one training, $595 we are doing for that. If you want to do your distance learning, so all of your study, and then you'd like to do your Zoom call with me, so teaching me when you do your 10-minute practical exam and chatting with me and answering questions one-to-one, that is $695. If you want to do a double whammy, so Katie Blake, anyone that knows Katie Blake, let me know if you know Katie Blake. She is a superstar. She is the co-founder of our Gua Sha teacher training course. So myself, Katie Brinzel from the Hey You Method, and Katie Blake, our super trainer, we wrote the facial Gua Sha teacher training course, which is also accredited and it's also a full certification. If you think, I want to learn both, I want to get qualified in face yoga, I want to get qualified in Gua Sha, I want to get both together, I want to get £100 off one, £100 off the other, and so £200 together, because next week that double bundle will go up by £200, then you can do that. £990 for that, and Katie Blake can be your trainer for both of those. She is the most nurturing, lovely, lovely person. Or you can do your Gua Sha with Katie Blake, and you can do your face yoga with me, and that option is $1190. And don't forget, that will also go up by £200 next week as well. And the Gua Sha teacher training course, so just a straightforward Gua Sha distance learning teacher training, is, I haven't got the price on there, but it's exactly the same as distance learning face yoga. So it's $495 at the moment, will go up by £100 next week. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing screen so you can actually see me close up. Don't know if you want to see me close up, but you will. Okay, so I'm going to get into the chat now, guys, because I know that you have loads of questions. Love this. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. So a lot of people are asking about the marketing. So yes, as I mentioned, you learn some marketing in both the face yoga teacher training course, the Gua Sha teacher training course, but also you have that business coaching course bundle, which is the best, the absolute best for learning about business. So Marie will put that link up. So if you want to really, really take your social media seriously and your marketing seriously, then that is the course to do. Yeah, okay, so that's about marketing as well. Amazing, Chris. That sounds great. That sounds great. Amazing. Deborah, I'm glad Marie's helped you there. That's great. Michaela, yes. And so Louise on our team, if you got any information, if you want any more info, just email her, info@faceyogaexpert.com. She can chat to you on the phone. She can email you. She's very, very lovely and helpful, as is Marie, who, as you can see, is being amazing here as well. Amazing. So everyone's writing here how much you've been earning, our face yoga teachers, how much they've been earning over the last year, which is incredibly wonderful that you're sharing that. I love, love, love when women, and I'm sure there's some men on this call as well, there might be, but it might just be all women, but I love when women are just helping out each other and just really transparent with each other. So nice to see how much you are all earning, which is amazing. Caroline, you're 66, but people say you look 20 years younger. Love that. Great. Let's have a look. Oh, amazing. So nice to see you guys. You're earning so much money from your face yoga, our current face yoga teachers. I mean, most of you are in 6 figures here. This is great. Yes, Julianne, facial anatomy charts are included in the course materials. What is the name of the certification? So it'll be Certificate of Achievement in the Danielle Collins Face Yoga Method, and you can write that you're a certified face yoga teacher, qualified face yoga teacher, teacher of the Danielle Collins Face Yoga Method, whatever you want, you can say on that way. Let me say, no, you've got lots of questions. I don't want to miss any of these. Deborah's saying, anyone that's teaching face yoga now, do they have any reluctance from folks who say this is superficial? I can't think of the right word now that I mean. I know what you mean, Deborah, absolutely. And I think it's pretty fair to say, with everything I've shared today, I think that what I offer is the opposite of superficial. And I'm sure our face yoga teachers would say exactly the same as that. We're not just saying to people, get rid of your wrinkles. We're saying to people, feel good about yourself, feel healthy, feel relaxed, work on the inside out, look and feel the best version of yourself, look after your wellness, and nothing superficial about that. Absolutely. Alex says she's one of our face yoga teachers. She said she made her investment in the course back the week after she completed her training. This is amazing, and this is how it should be. So Alex did the course and then she made her money back. She said a friend of a friend heard I was a face yoga teacher, reached out to me to host an online birthday party for her and 10 friends. They were scattered all over the country and were thrilled to do something together. Look at that. So with one class, she made back the 495 that she'd invested in the course. And that's what you can do. You can literally charge for an online workshop. And, Alex said it was just a friend of a friend that said, could you do a face yoga class with me? And she made her money back straight away. Amazing. Yeah, Pascal said she recently qualified as a face yoga teacher. She can't wait to her first classes. Yes, Kiara, the Gua Sha teacher training is fully accredited as well. Again, it's an international certification and it's got the accreditation by the accreditation bodies like Face Yoga does. Amazing, amazing, amazing. CPD points. You don't get CPD points for this, Naomi. Let me have a little look. How much time do you get with the Face Yoga Super Trainer if you do the 495 course? So you will get email access to them during and after the course if you should need it. The course is so comprehensive that a lot of time people say, look, it was so easy to understand everything, I didn't really need to reach out to them. But the time you get face to face with them, if you're doing a 495 option, £495 option, is your 30-minute Zoom call. So in that time you can ask questions, you can chat with them, but of course you can reach out via email or even on the phone if you like, before, during and after. Amazing. What are the setup costs for a group teacher training course? A group teacher training class? Well, Katrina, none. Other than your certification. You could do it just on Zoom. It would cost absolutely nothing. So no setup costs. I mean, if you were going to hire a location or a building, you might have to pay per hour for that. So there's a setup cost there, but there's no big setup cost. You can do it online. I mean, Alex gave a perfect example there of how she was reached out by 10 friends who wanted to have a birthday party doing face yoga. They were all over the country and she just did it online, no setup cost for her, charged the same amount as what she just paid for her teacher training and made that money back. Chris said that she's done the teacher training course and it really helped her face puffiness and TMJ, and her client's skin have really improved. Thank you so much for sharing that, Chris. Yes, Claire, of course you can share this webinar with your daughter. I think she'd like it. Of course, I'll be sending the recording of this to all of you by Thursday at the latest, and the slides to it. So of course, please do share it. Great. Sally says, I've been practicing face yoga for nearly a year and attend a monthly online session. I found it a way to relax after a stressful day. That's amazing. So good. Oh, this is wonderful, wonderful. Amazing. Oh, so good. Yes, you can have the recording of this. Do not worry at all. Susan said it was a link where we can view your face yoga directory of practitioners. Yes, so Marie will put that link up. We have a map which shows our teachers all around the world in over 70 different countries. Now, I know that There are some people writing in the Q&A. Oh, I think I've answered all those questions. Ah, Emily said it's a highlight of her week. Amazing. Okay. Any other questions, guys? I'm very happy to help, as is Marie. So just to reiterate, in 1 week's time, all of the teacher training courses, the face yoga, the gua sha, the combination of face yoga and gua sha, all of those certifications will be going up by £100. So if you're going to grab it now. It's absolutely the time to get it. You don't have to study straight away. You'll get access to it straight away, but you can just start it whenever you like. Marie's given a Google map there, which has got some of our teachers on. Also, if you'd like to have a little look at our super trainers, if you're starting to think, oh, I might do the distance learning with a super trainer, maybe Marie, maybe you could put a link to our super trainers. We have a specific link to them. If you go, Marie, on the teacher training main sales page and click through there, there is a link, and that will show you all of our super trainers. So we can pick a super trainer for you if you pick that option, if you just don't know who you want, but you might want to just have a little look through and think, that super trainer is for me. Maybe you resonate with something that he or she says. Maybe it's because they speak the language that you want to learn in. We have literally super trainers that speak so many languages, so that's super helpful as well. The gua sha teacher training is £495, so exactly the same as the distance learning with the super trainer face yoga, and your trainer for that is Katie Blake, who is the most knowledgeable person I know when it comes to gua sha, and she wrote the accredited course with myself and also Katie Brinzel. Anyone know Katie Brinzel? Lovely Katie Brinzel from the Hey You method. We all wrote that together, and it's a fully accredited certification, so it's £495, but next week the gua sha teacher training will go up by £100. We don't have a sample video of the gua sha teacher training, but I can describe exactly what it is for you. So you have your online login, and then you've got everything in one place. So you have got step by step exactly how to do all the gua sha techniques and how to show people how to do it on their own faces. You will also have a beautiful picture of each one, and you have Katie Blake teaching a video of each of the techniques. Then you have all the diagrams and all the information you need to know about learning about the muscles of the face, the bones of the face, the lymphatic system. You've also got lots of information in there as well about traditional Chinese medicine, about gua shas, about all the different properties of the crystals of the gua shas as well. And you study all that in your own time at your own pace. And don't forget, if you get the face yoga course, teacher training course, or the gua sha teacher training course, go to the additional resources section, because in there I put in extra blogs, extra podcasts, extra YouTube videos, other things which are really going to support you in being the very best face yoga or gua sha teacher. Being a face yoga teacher, can you repost some of our posts on Instagram? It's good and helpful. Absolutely. So if you go onto Instagram and you go on our face yoga teacher training page, you will see on there that I post up videos of teachers. It's a really good inspirational Instagram page just to see a little bit of what our teachers do and what they're sharing, which is amazing. Michaela, we don't do any installment plans, I'm afraid. It's a one-off fee there. You're very welcome. Wonderful. So when I set up face yoga, so when I did this 18 years ago, there was nobody out there teaching face yoga. So Nina's asking where I learned it. So really for me, it was creating the method. And I think people forget that all those years ago, because there was nobody out there teaching it, I literally created, I'm not saying I created face yoga because aspects of it have been taught in India for thousands of years, or in Ayurveda and in traditional Chinese medicine, but I created this method and very much brought it over to the West. So I did training in face massage, I did training as a yoga teacher, I did training in Reiki, I did training in nutrition, I did training in relaxation therapy, I did training well-being coaching, and I brought together all of these techniques, and I've been researching the face, the anatomy, the muscles, the bones, all of that for nearly 2 decades now. And 11 years ago when I set up this teacher training course, there was nobody offering face yoga teach training. So I mean, I couldn't get qualified because there's nobody to qualify. So I thought, I'm going to get this course written, I'm going to get this accredited, and I'm going to teach other people, because there was so many people saying to me, Danielle, I want to teach face yoga, but how do I do this? And that's why I created the Danielle Collins Face Yoga Method, and then set up this accredited training, which has been going for over a decade now. Let's have a little look. Any other questions? It is a good time, Michaela. It is definitely a good time to do it. The wonderful thing about face yoga, and it'd be interesting if any of our face yoga teachers are still on here to testify, soon as you talk to people about face yoga, they just want classes, they want to learn it. It's like got this amazing domino effect. People are, oh, can you teach me it? Or can you come along and teach for this event? Or it's my friend's hen party, can you do it here? Or can you come to this yoga studio? It's like people just are just really wanting it. And I think, and I really see this over the last years, I think because there's such a rise now, and I don't know if it's social media or society or whatever it is, such a rise in people wanting to get more invasive procedures like the Botox or the fillers or the surgery. There's more and more people looking for an alternative to that, that's healthy, that's natural, that's holistic. And that's why people are so interested, and particularly people that are into looking after their body, maybe nutrition, maybe yoga, maybe fitness, maybe walking. They don't want to stop here. They want to do it in this area as well. Yes, great. Everyone is so curious. They love the idea. Absolutely. No, there's not a specific insurer, Emily, attached to the accreditation. You can get insured by whoever you like. So if you already have insurance with somebody, then just ask them to add face yoga onto it. If you are brand new to all of this, so if you're thinking to yourself, okay, I want to get completely fresh, then you can just, like with any insurance, you can just shop around. But I definitely would say get insurance. It just protects you and protects the people you're teaching. I mean, I've never known anybody to have to use the insurance, but it's good to have it. I always say try and protect yourself. Carrie says, why is it called yoga when it's nothing to do with yoga? Well, actually, it has lots to do with yoga. I'm very much from a yoga background, and yoga means union. So it means yoking together or union of techniques. And the face yoga is very much about a union and a yoking together of a variety of holistic techniques. I also draw on many of the philosophies of yoga, so the breathing aspects of it, the asana, all the poses, so we're doing certain poses to the for the face, the mindset aspects about it. So although we're not stretching our body, we are moving our face, but we're looking at ourselves as a union, as yoking together. So we're looking at ourselves as a whole, and that's really what face yoga is about. Tanae says, I've just purchased a face yoga course last week. Yay, that's amazing. And he's very excited. Amazing, amazing. Chris said it's so adaptable to all health concerns. So if somebody can't do physical exercise, they can exercise their face. Everyone is amazed by the results. Always take before and after pictures with clients' consent, obviously, but there is proof in the pudding, and Chris is one of our long-time face yoga teachers. So thank you, Chris, for sharing this. And by the way, guys, just to say, I didn't ask any of our face yoga teachers to come on this call today. You know, I said they're very welcome to come, but these testimonials and things that they're saying here are completely off their own back. You know, I haven't said, please write these things on the chat or anything like that. So they will let you know that I haven't asked them. So this is just their lovely stories. They're here just to share the love and to say how much they enjoyed it, which I am truly grateful for. Let's have a little look. Amazing. Oh, thank you, because it's all so genuine in you. Chris, that's really kind. Thank you so much. Naomi said, I'm struggling with facial tension and have been for about a year. I'm a yoga teacher, practice relaxation and de-stressing techniques, but isn't going away. I've been to my GP who's referring me to a neurologist. I think it's related to tension. Can face yoga help? So my sort of overall answer would be yes. it would help. I would say if there's any medical issues going on, just consult with a doctor beforehand. And that's something I would say for, as a face yoga teacher, if anyone comes with any serious medical concerns, you're not there to prescribe things to them. You don't have to tell them whether yes or no they can do face yoga. You ask them to check with their doctor or GP first, and then you will teach them the face yoga. So for example, if someone came and they said to me, look, I have a medical issue in my face, I would say, please check with the doctor you're okay to do face yoga, so facial exercise and massage, and then come back and work with me. And then I'll work with them, but I'll really gain feedback from them. So I'll say, how is this feeling? Work to your own level. We'll start gentle, we'll build it up in their own time. Teresa said, it'll be helpful for us if you could create a community with your teachers. Absolutely. So we have our Facebook group, which you can join, which our teachers are quite active on. I tend not to be in there. I leave it sort of more for our face yoga teachers. You'll also get once or twice a week, I send an email to you as a face yoga teacher, and I try to put as many extra tips in there and resources as I can. So the blogs or podcasts or extra videos or things that I think will be really, really helpful. Rita says, thanks so much for your excellent presentation. So sweet. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, please do ask any questions if you've got any. You can reach out, info@faceyogaexpert.com. Don't forget to grab the course before it goes up in price. And more than anything, just remember, where can you bring more freedom, wellness, and abundance into your life this week? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate you all so, so much. We've got such a lovely community here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This recording will be sent to you, and so will the slides, and I will send you information about the courses just so you've got that all solidly in an email as well. So once again, thank you so much, sending so much love. Bye bye.